Going on, guys? So everybody was wanting an update on the I had a couple updates on the Rascal, but mostly of all the update on the Tillotson 228R from AC Carbs. Well, it's just been good so far. She's a freaking screamer, man. As you can see, I did a couple updates. Put the chrome pull start. I'm gonna get the chrome cover as well. The exhaust has been doing great. It's been holding up. I probably need to clean it up. It's dusty. I keep this bike in the house, so yeah, she's dusty. Friends joke around and say, "Oh, it's a museum piece," because I mean, you can't see it on camera. See it on there, she's dusty, but whatever. Anyway, the engine's been running great. Couldn't ask for a better engine for this bike. I mean, it just freaking flies. I think I had it up with the gearing. I think I got the 12 tooth from the clutch, and whatever the rear is stock, which I think is 60. I've had this bike up to almost just about 70 miles an hour on a long stretch. But we're gonna upgrade this clutch. Hopefully maybe a Bully style clutch, or Norman Cheetah clutch, or whatever, one of those clutches. Something just to give it a little more grab off the line. And we'll be switching over to 35 chain. I have to get in contact with somebody from Go Power Sports, see if they make a 35 chain sprocket for this bike, which I think they do. I'm sure they do. But as far as the chrome muffler, and it's from Go Power Sports, that thing is held up really nice. The shine's still there. Honestly, like I said, it's a museum. This bike just sits in the house. It collects dust. You know, I mean, I keep it parked inside the house, and I probably should have cleaned it off a bit before running it. So kind of baked on there, but I'm gonna see if I can get some of that out. But the chrome has been holding up great. So if you're on the fence of getting the chrome muffler, thinking it's gonna chip off, it's actually doing good. I think since the last oil change, I've got about an hour and 20 minutes on the bike, and I've got, I don't know, I think I've got maybe good 3 or 4 hours running time with that muffler. And like I said, it's holding up great. I picked up these cool little filters. They're chrome filters. I got these on EC Carbs. It's a cool little filter. It's changeable. Well, it's not changeable. It's the inside filter element you can change out. You can change out the inside filter element. So that's pretty cool. And I like that it's chrome as well. Like I said, this summer, we're gonna take this bike on some long stretches. The clutch has been holding up good as well. Like I said, I forget the name of the company, and I'll link it in the description if anybody's interested in upgrading the Max Torque clutch. But you can get the 12, I think it's 12, 14, and I think you may be able to go down in size as well. 12, 14, and I could be wrong. I forget how many teeth that clutch got on it. You can also go down in size as well. And so losing my train of thought. Anyway, I got the lighter shoes in there, and I got the 3K spring in there, and it's holding up pretty good. I could tell that this engine is maybe a little bit too much for it, especially in the higher RPMs, which I probably need to service the clutch and oil it too. I haven't done that since maybe in 3 hours. I got 3 hours running time, 3 to 4 hours running time on that clutch. So I probably do need to oil it. What else? Pretty much that's much it. That is pretty much it, man. Engine's holding up good. A lot of you guys are on the fence about that engine. I'd go for it. It's around $700, but when you figure in, if you're not good at building engines, or you just don't want the headache of doing it, people say, "Oh, well, I could just make my Predator 212 fast," or whatever. That's fine. But when you factor in all the parts you're gonna buy, And I'm talking about not the cheap parts, the good parts. You factor in all the little parts that you need to buy. You could just buy a 228, Tillotson 228. You know, instead of building up a Predator 212, which is nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you're good at building stuff and you just like doing stuff, you know, putting stuff together, but if you want just something that you could just slap on, slap it in. I mean, you don't even really got to adjust the carburetor. It's good to go. The Tillotson 228 is where it's at. It's actually a better buy than the 225R, which the 225 is really just a 223. They rounded off. But yeah, the EC Carbs 228. I mean, you get the rod. I mean, and not just that, but you also get the 14cc chamber head. So you get the flat top piston with the 14cc chamber head on it. And this is, you know, a Tillotson head. I don't know if they reworked the head or not, but like I said, you can't really do much more to this engine except for upgrading the cams, because I think this has a 265 cam in it. So you can go 308 higher if you want, change out the valve springs, but other than that, this is a full race engine ready to go. Like I said, man, this is like one of my favorite buys. I think I got, if I had to add it up, at least get $4,000 altogether, maybe $5 grand to the bike. Need to upgrade the wheels. I know that Go Power Sports has a little bit fancier wheel setup you could put on these, and I'm gonna do that. But anyway, this is the Big Rascal update, man. She's holding together. She rides great. It's my favorite bike out the pack. I'll be honest with you. It's classic, timeless style. It's perfect bike for a big guy. I'm 230 pounds. I think I'm about 6 foot. It's been a while. I haven't measured myself, but I'm about 6 foot in. I feel comfortable on it. So if you're on the fence, I'll tell you right now, it's definitely worth the buy. I mean, it's a little pricey, but you get what you pay for. These bikes aren't cheaply built. You know, they're a really good build bike. You got hydraulic brakes. There ain't no front brakes. It'd be nice if I had a front brake set up. That'd be a 2.0 version of it. But I mean, you can't beat it, man. If you're on the fence, just go ahead and just do it. It's definitely a good, like, Little Rascal. I call that the conversation piece. It's like a, you know, just if you have a couple bikes and you wanted a small bike, go ahead and get it. It's a blast as well. But that's my little update. This summer we're going to be taking this thing on a long stretch. 1320 or whatever these guys race out in Knoxville. We're going to bring this bike out. So you guys have a good one. Wear your helmet when I don't. And if you got any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments. I'm usually pretty quick at answering questions. Think about it. I'm going to do a mathematical breakdown of, you know, the cost to build, you know, a 212 versus the cost to just purchase one of these. Probably in a later video, maybe on Facebook. I'll break it down. Follow me on Nick Gonzalez on Facebook. You guys have a good one. Where you help when I don't. See you later. Till next time.